drink and I know things, and I know that you are tuned in to the newest episode of the Big Ass Podcast. You are, in fact, tuned in to the Big Ass Podcast. I am, as always, your humble podcast host, Big Pauly Z. So let's see, today is Tuesday, May 10th. This is episode number 16. We are back on YouTube now, so let's show them what we're all about and start things off by sacrificing an adult beverage to the old gods and the new. It is, of course, time for our favorite segment.
Beer. So many choices, and it makes so little difference.
Well, the choices you make at least must make a little bit of a difference. And therefore, it is time for the big-ass beer of the week. This week's choice is Best Damn Cherry Cola. It is an ale aged with cherries with natural and artificial flavors by the Best Damn Brewery Co. out of St. Louis, Missouri. I got in front of me a cold 16 fluid ounce can, 5.5% alcohol. It's not a malt beverage, so it says it's actually an ale aged with cherries and then other flavors. So I'm going to crack this open and give her a try. Alright, initial smell kinda reminds me of Cherry Coke. Actually, yeah, I mean, I've had some really bad, like, any of the, the Jack Daniels, like, Jack and Coke in the cans, those suck. So I'm doubtful that this is gonna taste good, but seeing that it's a beer and not a malt beverage, maybe it'll be better. It's definitely cola in color and carbonation the way it appears. But fuck it. Let's just give her a big old swill and I'll tell you what I think. Not bad. Tastes like a cherry Coke that's kind of gone flat and had some ice like melted down in it. Not overly sweet, not overly gross fake cherry or fake cola flavor. Better than I expected. That's actually not bad. So yeah, man, I'll give that a thumbs up. That is Best Damn Cherry Cola from Best Damn Brewery Co. out of St. Louis. And give her a try. Actually, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. And that is the sound of the old Zippo, which means that we are lighting up a Swisher Sweet Little Cigar, grape flavored right now to go along with my Cherry Cola. So that'll be the tasty smokable going with my tasty drinkable at the moment. So that's what I got going on as I speak to you folks. So how's everyone doing today? Everyone happy? I hope so. So we once again had a lovely weekend. Let's see, we had some friends over Friday night. Waded through a few of the drippy-droppy rain showers there, and then had a nice little bonfire. Sat and bullshitted with some good folks. Josh and Candy of Happy Guru Loves Me Skincare was, in fact, over. And I can now confirm that we will be, in fact, representing the Happy Guru team the weekend of the 20th at the 4th Annual War of the Roses Tattoo Convention in Lancaster, PA. So that's fucking exciting, man. That is awesome. But yeah, it was nice. We had a good talk with them about their little business, which is now a big business, I suppose, if you want to look at it that way. So much to the fact that Josh basically he quit his job. He is now working for himself. He has attained the American dream. He built his own business out of nothing and is now supporting himself and his family doing their own work for themselves. No boss, no nothing. He is the boss. That is fan-fucking-tastic. It's really inspiring, man, that you can still do that in this day and age, and you can still get it to work, and it's just pouring in the hours, putting in the time, and doing what you gotta do. And as a matter of fact, that inspired me, and I have something in the works too that I'm gonna be rolling out in the upcoming weeks, and when I do, you will find out about it. Until then, it will remain a mystery as to what I will be doing. But it's gonna be something good. And I will let you hear about it when I feel the time is right. And then, of course, Sunday was Mother's Day. I hope everyone had a lovely time with their mommies. We went over to my mother's house. I brought her a tasty kishka And we shared that for breakfast. And we gave her some flowers there and had an enjoyable morning with the fam. My grandparents were over, me, Emily, my dad, my mom, and we all ate a nice breakfast, including that lovely sausage. And then we headed out to East Aurora and we checked out the flea market out there. It was a lot of crap. It's actually, it's kind of disappointing. I really miss Superflea there on Walden, but it was what it was. They do got a nice little produce market, so we did pick up some shit there, but otherwise, not much of a flea market to speak of. I do prefer Antique World here in Clarence if I had my say. But while we were in East Aurora, we then ran to Vidler's, which is always a destination when you're out in that area. And we ended the evening, or the afternoon, I should say, at 42 North, the brewery right there in East Aurora, and shared a couple flights of craft beer with my mother and father. So yeah, it was lovely. I hope that all you celebrated your mothers in your own special way. I chose blood sausage, flea markets, and beer. That's what I do. You might have done something a little different, but I think my way was good. So, hope y'all had a lovely weekend and a great start to your work week. Yeah, man, and just keep motoring on until next weekend. That's all you gotta do. Just put them days together and get to Friday and everything's alright.
News team, assemble!
And that, of course, means it is time for Big Ass News. So what do we got going on this week? I guess you couldn't have avoided this story if you tried. It was everywhere. Last Thursday, the FDA has enacted a new laws governing the sale and manufacture of premium cigars and E-Cigs, vaping pens, and all that other happy horse shit. They will now all fall under the same guidelines as any other tobacco product. What does this mean? Well, it's not just that. It's all premium hand-rolled cigars, hookah, and pipe tobacco. All the loose tobacco, everything. It's all now being regulated. It means an increase on warning labels on all the products. The age of use set at a minimum of 18, but some states are upping that to 21. Banning of handing out free samples. And I know you walk into the res and there's always a rep there. You buy X amount and they're handing you a free pack or something. Apparently, that's no good. Thankfully, the res is not under U.S. jurisdiction for tobacco laws, so they can all eat a big bag of dicks there, huh? So the e-cig market, man, what this means is each different flavor, each different nicotine level will now be viewed as a individual, separate, distinct product, and each individual, separate, distinct product will need to pass federal approval before being able to be sold. The application fee per individual product will cost between $250 and $1.5 million. That's $250,000 to $1.5 million. And there's a backlog of approximately 2 to 3 years on items trying to get passed through the FDA. What does that mean? It'll virtually bankrupt and drive underground all of the little vape stores you've seen popping up. It's going to kill the entire industry, which I believe was their goal. You know who this won't drive underground? Big tobacco. Things like Philip Morris and shit like that. They have the money to do this. Then you're going to see a much more commercialized e-cig, vape pen, vape juice market now. The selection probably going to go down. The price is going to go up. And that's that. Why'd they do this? Well, apparently some see e-cigs as a safe alternative to tobacco, but not the FDA. They see it as a stepping stone to real cigarettes. Yes, we knew that the long-term effects of vaping are unknown. It is clear they are a safer alternative to tobacco. No one is doubting that, but also no one is doubting that they're completely safe. If you think that it's a completely harmless practice for yourself, whatever, you're dreaming. As for premium cigars, this means testing and approval of all new products as well. Increased warning labels on all their packs and boxes. The new FDA guidelines lump premium hand-rolled cigars in with e-cigs and vape liquids to the dismay of all the major cigar manufacturers. They also said that this is to curb underage purchasing of all these products. Well, you can't roll in premium hand-rolled cigars into that because there are no fucking under 18ers walking into a fancy cigar shop and dropping $5 to $25 on one good cigar. It's not happening. But the FDA knows better. They said it is. And I'm not talking about, Black and Milds and Swisher Sweets and shit. None of the machine rolled cigars. They were already classified as basically a cigarette. They were already under that whole jurisdiction. This is now all your premium hand rolled shit. And yeah, it's gonna kill the boutique and the short run cigar market. It's gonna do that. You go down south, like to Florida, you see all these little Cuban refugees sitting there outside rolling fresh cigars. You can buy them just like buying a fresh tamale off a fucking food cart. They don't want that to be able to happen anymore because every time they roll that cigar, they can't. It needs to be approved and packaged and all sorts of horse shit. What they didn't get passed yet, but apparently is on the docket for future bullshitting by the government, is the end of sale and production of all flavored cigars because those are the tastiest of them all, and therefore the children want them. Not that, the vape liquids and fucking cotton candy and gummy bears aren't a big enough issue. I can see kids picking that habit up, but an acid, nice acid cigar that costs $5, $6, $7, $8, that's got some nice herbal flavors and shit to it, that's gonna get banned. Also, that means that, yes, all the cheap shit cigars that I love, all my Swisher Sweets, my Black and Milds, my Captain Blacks, anything with a flavored pipe tobacco, they want to make illegal. They who? Who is the FDA? Yeah. So, also with this, cigar boxes, a classic, an art piece, if you will, staple of history. I mean, not just American history, obviously, Hispanic, Latino history, European history. Cigar boxes are gorgeous when the high-end one's done. Well, now 30% of all available surface space will have to be allotted for warning labels on cigar boxes. Yep. So why did this pass? Well, let's keep in mind that the FDA are a bunch of unelected bureaucrats, puppets of the regime, that are now just dictating once more how you live your life. Apparently, Congress lobbied for premium cigars to be exempt from this legislation, but the FDA ignored them and just went forward with it. Let's see, the FDA claimed that there was an upswing in young adults using premium cigars. Now, what did they label as on adults? Because this language, this is where they get fun, and they throw words around and try to confuse you. There's little verbal gymnastics. They didn't say youths or minors, young adults, which they classify as adults or people at the ages of 18 to 29. So they're saying there's a large increase in premium cigar smoking in adults 18 to 29. They're fucking legal adults. An 18-year-old can fight and die for this country, can cast a vote for president, but you don't think that they should use their brains and be able to pick up a cigar if they want one? Fucking brutal, man. They also said that the use of premium cigars can causes up to 9,000 premature deaths a year in the United States. Oh yeah, you heard that right. 9,000 out of a country of 300 million plus. Ooh, there's a fucking big number that should get you scared. They also felt that if they exempted cigars from this law, that it would send a false narrative that cigars are a safe alternative to smoking. No one's that stupid. Not at all. And, yeah, so this is, again, like I said, a bunch of unelected bureaucrats dictating how you can spend your days, your life, what you can and can't do. No one ever voted these assholes in, but your taxes sure as fuck pay for them, and now they're limiting your ability to enjoy yourself. And if you think they're not coming for caffeine, sugar, red meat, and alcohol next, you're fucking high. They want this all gone. They want to... See, as soon as the government took over healthcare, anything that adversely affects your health now became their business. Government... That's what they said. Obamacare is going to lead to the government getting their fingers in more aspects of your life. And there you go. Here is the first hit. The nuclear bomb dropped on the cigar industry, the vape industry, is going to blow it all up. Unless this gets overturned, which, if a certain Donald J. Trump gets a certain election won and becomes president, then I think a law like this, or I don't know if it was a law, a fucking statute, a fucking whatever the shit that the FDA is calling this, will probably go away real goddamn quick. But again, this is about freedom, individual rights. This is not about the helping of anyone itself. It's limiting you, it's putting you under the government's thumb, and they're taking away a lot of shit that a lot of people like. I mean, flat out, yeah, smoking is bad for you. Be it cigarettes, cigars, pipes, vaping, chew, dip, whatever. None of it is healthy. But neither is booze or soda or a lot of prescription meds that you're putting in your face every day. It's all bad for you. You do a lot of bad shit to yourself, and you don't need the greedy nanny state breathing down your neck and looking and telling you what you can and can't do. Part of being free means you are free to fuck yourself up and deal with the consequences. And we're losing that now. We're losing another little bit of freedom chipped away. So, here's to that. There's a big hit of fucking smoke. I like to blow right into one of those ass clowns' faces. Right before I kicked him in the gut and hit him with a stone cold stunner. Fuck them.
We are led by very, very stupid people. Very, very stupid people. We cannot let it continue.
No, we can't, because then there will be more bullshit stipulations put on your daily life, like what I was just explaining. It is time for big ass politics, and it is once again Primary Tuesday in the good old US of A. Nebraska and West Virginia are up for grabs on the Republican side, with a total of 70 tasty delegates up for grabs, while just West Virginia is in play for the Democrats, along with 29 delegates. But guess what? It doesn't matter that it's primary day, because the people's champ, Donald J. Trump, is the last man standing on the Republican ticket. So know your role and shut your mouth. It's time to make America great again, people. Yes, folks, after another huge primary win last week, the Donald has put both Ted Cruz and John Kasich to the mat, and they are out. They are done with the primary process. The last man standing, the best man for the job, Donald J. Trump, is the clear winner by knockout. Trump can now start setting his sights on Hillary, unless the FBI pulls the trigger on her first. The FBI has begun giving immunity and questioning many of Hillary's top aides. This probe by the FBI has expanded to not just include the email scandal, but now into obstruction of justice charges. They're also investigating misappropriation of monies donated to the Clinton Foundation. Uh-oh, don't put your Chairman Sanders pants away just yet, kiddies. Bust out those fucking weirdo hats and shirts with that old geezer's face on them, because he still might get to be your nominee. She is in trouble, and Trump has yet to turn his attention to her. When he does that fully, she is screwed. And if Bernie had been hitting her hard on all this shit this whole time, he might be ahead in these polls, or in the delegate count. But he decided to play nice, and that's what you get for playing nice when you play with a fucking disgusting criminal like Hillary Clinton. But, God's be good. We will see Trump versus Hillary, and that'll leave this smug bitch who'll get what's coming to her and get to be the second runner-up to the presidency yet again, or whatever. I know that doesn't make sense, but fuck her. And, whatever. Either she gets defeated or she goes to prison. I like it both. Both ways sound good to me. You know what we gotta do here is just make America great again. Vote Trump. Fuck Hillary. She's a criminal. Benghazi, people. Let's look into it. Watch 13 Hours. And then look at Hillary. She's a scumbag. Make America great again. Vote Trump. Sports. It is, of course, time for big ass sports. Let's see. Steph Curry wins the NBA MVP award, and that's all you get on basketball hoopy hoops. What else we got here? A $62.8 million high school football stadium is getting built in McKinney, Texas. $50.3 million of that paid via bond, voted through Saturday by the peoples. Can't bitch about it. They wanted it. They're willing to pay the taxes for it. They got it. This is going to be a 12,000 seat high school football stadium, making it the now largest in the state, As Allen, Texas now falls to second place. They spent $60 million on their stadium a few years ago. So if this doesn't prove that football is king in Texas and that it really is Jerry's world down there, I guess nothing does. Speaking of the pro game, Sammy Biscuit, Sam Bradford, ends his holdout, and he will report to Eagles camp. I guess he was just waiting for the redness to go out of his eyes, the tears to dry after they picked Carson Wentz to show up. He didn't want to get made fun of by the rest of the Philadelphia Eagles. The Lions acquire linebacker Bostic in a trade with the Patriots. He had 100-plus tackles last year, so he's a nice little piece for them. The Pats get some conditional draft picks in exchange. As I'm not really following the old hockey, baseball, or basketball right now, kind of a slow week in sports, so let's hop right into the fantasy corner, where I want to dissect 2 trades I made in a Dynasty League this week. My second Dynasty League that I'm in finally went live in the past week, and I was quick to start remodeling my roster. The first deal I did, I dealt tight end Tyler Eifert off my lineup. I have Charles Clay as my second tight end. I picked up Eifert off waivers last year. Sorry. And he was amazing last year, I'm not going to lie, but I think he had, 10 touchdowns or something like that? Those numbers got to come down, and tight end is a very touchdown-dependent position. The difference between the number 12th ranked tight end and the number 4th ranked tight end, not a huge difference. So I felt he was very expendable. I can definitely snatch up a backup tight end. I'm more than happy to let Charles Clay roll as my starting tight end. And what did I get in exchange? Well, to fill you in on my team, I lost a big part in the offseason of it when Marshawn Lynch retired, and I was looking mighty thin at running back. So I dealed Tyler Eifert for Matt Forte and James White. James White giving me a backup or whatever, because I do have Deion Lewis on the roster. So I didn't even want him. He threw that in for free. I would have probably done Eifert for Matt Forte straight up. But this certainly shores up my running back situation, as I now have, like I said, Forte, Deion Lewis, and Lamar Miller to choose at my running backs. So gave me some depth there, all for a tight end. So I thought the move was really good. I don't necessarily like the age that Matt Forte is in. To trade for a 30-year-old running back is rough in a dynasty league, but it was a need move, and I thought that I gave up very little, being that I traded a tight end away for him. I wasn't done though. I didn't offer that trade. That trade came to me and I took it. I've been selling my stock on Alshon Jeffrey everywhere I could go. I don't trust him. I think that Kevin White is going to eat into his production quite a bit. He is either my number 2 or number 3 receiver, because I did stash him. I got him years ago when Brandon Marshall was still there, and he was the number 2. So I had other talent in front of him on this particular team. I did have Randall Cobb and Odell Beckham Jr., so yes, Alshon's better than Cobb, not better than Odell Beckham Jr., but I wasn't thin at the position at the top end of my receivers. So I packaged him up with Tavon Austin, someone else I plucked off the waiver wire last year and used him in spot duty, and Buck Allen, the running back that had a nice little run for the Ravens at the end of the year. He was, I believe, a 4th-round draft pick, but they added another running back in the draft who's supposed to be even better than Allen, and if Forsett's healthy, then Allen's really a non-factor. So I package up Alshon Jeffrey, Tavon Austin, and Buck Allen, and in return, I get Julian Edelman. Yes, he's 2 years older than Alshon, also an injury risk, but it gave me some warm fuzzies to know that I still had a number 1 in an offense that is going to move the ball a lot. But that wasn't where I thought I made that was just like the safety blanket on this deal. What I really was excited about is that I added Bashad Perriman, now the second-year wide receiver from Baltimore. Missed his entire rookie year last year with an injury, but he's coming back healthy, and he should be your number 1 in Baltimore going forward. And I also added Matt Jones, running back from the Redskins, who is there, again, your starting running back for the Washington Redskins after they waved bye-bye to Alfred Morris. So I got 3 starting players basically for Alshon Jeffrey and 2 scrubs. I think I won that trade too. I don't know. I'll let you decide if you have any comments on that. But again, the first deal was Tyler Eifert for Matt Forte and James White. The second deal was Alshon Jeffrey, Tavon Austin, and Buck Allen for Julian Edelman, Brashad Perriman, and Matt Jones. I think I got younger overall and more talented, and I set myself up good for the next couple years with Perriman and Jones now on the roster. So that's my take on this thing. The other, I guess, fantasy / NFL news: Ezekiel Elliott in his first rookie camp took a hard cut, went down in a heap on the field, but he is all right. No damage to the knee or anything, so no worries there yet. No catastrophic injuries to any fantasy relevant players yet, but the offseason is young, and you know there will be some. So keep an eye on that, and keep an eye every week right here for the Fantasy Corner, and keep an eye out for Couples of Fantasy, a show that will be launching sooner rather than later.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat?
Riddle me this, it is time for the big-ass question of the day. Our first question was asked by David. David wants to know, what is the oddest food combination you've ever eaten, and was it good? So, like, surprising food combinations. So I have a few. Chili peppers and chocolate. As a matter of fact, Emily, my lovely wife, had just made a chili chocolate cupcake last week. So I know that, and I've had chocolate bars and stuff like that. The heat and the sweet goes well together. So chili pepper and chocolate. David's favorite was a Wendy's Frosty, and then you dip french fries in it. So you get the salty sweet there. I can also see that working. Salty and sweet, not in unpopular flavor combo. And then one that I've tried at a local restaurant in the area was their PB&J bacon cheeseburger. Yes, that's a peanut butter and jelly bacon cheeseburger, and that was actually really goddamn good. Grape jelly, peanut butter on a bacon cheeseburger, and it was delicious. So those are some that I've tried. Then my wife chimed in with two of her favorites. One that I still can't see how it's tasty, which is strawberries dipped in honey mustard. It sounds nasty to me, but she enjoys it. And then she likes to go to like Tim Hortons and get a blueberry bagel and then get the garden vegetable cream cheese spread on it. So you get the sweet and the savory, I guess, going on there too. So there's my question to you folks. What is an odd food combo that you enjoy? That something that people wouldn't expect to taste good together, but does. So let me know on that. Like I said, I laid out some for you here. I'd like to know what you think. Second question comes from Robert, and this one's I do like the oddball questions, and this one certainly falls into the realm of oddball. The question is, would you rather jerk off a hibernating grizzly bear or fall asleep in an active lion's den? Well then, I suppose both put you in fear of your life, but at least you're not performing a gay sexual act with an animal before you die. So I'm gonna go with the taking a nappy nap in the lion's den and just hey, hoping they don't come back. Maybe they're out hunting a long time that night and you don't get eaten. But yeah, so there you go. Would you rather jerk off a hibernating grizzly or fall asleep in an active lion's den? What say you, American public? Let me know. I choose lions. What do you choose? And as always, you can let me know what you choose, or you can pose your questions to me on the Big Ass Digital Facebook page or at bigassdigital@yahoo.com. So, yeah, get those questions in. Like I said, be it somewhat serious, like the food combination thing, or completely wacky, like the which giant alpha predator do you want to kill you and why. So, hit me up on the social medias, get your questions in. I'd appreciate it, folks. Thank you.
Shut your face, Grandma!
Well, that didn't seem necessary. I'm not going to shut my face. This is my show. Alright, so what else we got here? And little news and notes here at the end, other things and tidbits I found interesting. Apparently, Budweiser is temporarily changing the name of their beer to America. All cans produced between May 23rd and the election will now sport the new patriotic name done up in their classic script. So, You will not see cans of Bud. You will now see cans of America, and you can drink America and get righteously fucked up on freedom. Good for you. Coming up this weekend, we got the Bontrager Spring Consignment Auction in Batavia. That's going to be a good time. As long as it's not a rain out, I will be there and trying to get me a decent chainsaw, I think. That should be fun. What else this weekend? We got my grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary. 60 years. Wow. I'm coming up on 2, so I only got 58 to go to catch up. That's fucking impressive, man. For 2 people to stick it out that long with each other, I gotta give them a salute. And we will be giving them a salute at the Polish Villa, too. Can't go wrong getting some Polish grub in me. What else we got here? My wife's lovely craft and baking business is now on Etsy, so look for Emily's A2Z Crafts on Etsy if you do any shopping there. So that'll be fun. Like I said, we will be representing the Happy Guru team in Lancaster, PA at the War of the Roses Tattoo Convention. So if you're in that neck of the woods, you want to stop in and see us, go for it. Otherwise, we will definitely have plenty of pictures and stories of the shenanigans going on there when we come back. Like I said, I got some shit in the works, some big things coming, folks, for the show, for myself. We're gonna get some goodness going here on my side of the fence. So hopefully everything's kosher on yours side. So we are back on YouTube, so subscribe to the Big Ass Digital YouTube channel. And man, come on now, get that going on, and I will be much appreciato of it. And of course, fucking hit up on all of the social medias. On Facebook, it is the Big Ass Digital Facebook page. Just Big Ass Digital. Put it in your little search bar. Like it. Comment. Search. Share. Whatever. On Twitter, it's Beeritual Light. BeeritualLite. At Beeritual Light on Twitter. To get all the updates there. Snapchat, PEZ981. I am not on there a ton, but there are a few pics. Definitely the day of the show, you'll get to see the big ass beer before it debuts and all that fun shit. So hit me up on the old Snapchat. On Instagram, I am Pauly_Z. Pauly scored with an IE. So that's Pauly IE _Z. Pauly Z on Instagram. And of course, the email for the show is bigassdigital@yahoo.com. So if you ever got to get in touch with me, those are the ways to do so. And of course, Sports Untamed has a new Facebook page up and running, so check that out. In addition to the Sports Untamed show, which will be also mirrored over on the Big Ass Digital side of things, he's got his sports takes on certain news tidbits going on there, plus contest info and all sorts of fun shit. So check out the Sports Untamed Facebook page, please and thank you. Alright, so let's do this. We got Emily's A2Z Crafts. Emily's A2Z Crafts on Facebook. Do it, search it, go into the search engine there, and look for Emily's A2Z Crafts, T.O. Emily's A2Z Crafts. Like I said, also now running a shop on Etsy. So you can check out her fine crocheted goods there. And if you need anything baked, anything cooked, small catering jobs, again, feel free to get to her and, you can talk. Cookies, cupcakes, cakes, pies, appetizers, dips, that kind of thing. She will do it for you. Reasonable price, amazing quality. And like I said, of course, all the crochet stuff, hats, dog sweaters, blankets, anything else, man. She's a whiz. So hit her up. Let her know what you're looking for, and she will get a price and timeline set for you. So check Emily's A2Z Crafts on Facebook out. Thank you. Oh, and we're thinking, anyone, I guess it's a kind of a kitschy thing, but crocheted food items like pillows and blankets. Like, would you want a blanket that looked like a big piece of toast and maybe some throw pillows that looked like sunny side up eggs? Maybe a donut pillow or a taco pillow? Some shit in the works there. If you like that kind of thing, again, hit her up. Then, of course, we got Josh and Candy of HappyGuruLovesMe.com. All natural, all vegan skincare. They're hitting up as many shows as possible, spreading the good word, spreading their product, especially the tattoo and the piercing oils. We will be doing that for them the weekend of May 20th in Lancaster, PA at the War of the Roses Tattoo Convention. And like I said, you got any questions for them, hit them up on happygurulovesme.com. And last but not least, the Tattoo Den. Got to give a shout out to Dennis of the Tattoo Den. Had another friend who ended up being a happy customer after she went to Dennis. So that's like at least the 6th person we recommended who's gone to his shop and has come out with a great tattoo and a good experience. Dennis is located. His shop is located on Transit Road in Elma, New York. And yeah, you can totally go in there and check that out. Go onto his Facebook page, The Tattoo Den, and look at his portfolio, look at his recent work, and see what he's doing. And if you feel like booking an appointment, most certainly let him know that Paulie Z sent you. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. And oh shit, before we leave, I gotta give a little time to the big ass Game of Thrones rundown. Oof, how did I forget that? I forgot it because honestly it was kind of a dull episode. I mean, it kind of sets a lot of things in motion, but wasn't a particularly scintillating episode. Bran went back, did a little throwback, whatever, how he was seeing into the past there, and he went to the Tower of Joy, and we got to see a young Eddard Stark and the Reed father, what the fuck's his name? George and Amira Reed's dad was there with them, and they encountered one of the legendary knights of the Seven Kingdoms, the Sword of the Morning. Now, in the books, I don't remember him wielding 2 swords at once while wearing full armor, because he would get really tired and stabbed easily. But in the show, he was some sort of ninja that twirled around 2 swords and, like, beat 8 guys. Knocks out Eddard Stark's sword, finally has him right where he wants him, right before getting stabbed in the back of the neck by the Reed paternal figure. And that aces the Sword of the Morning. Eddard Stark then picks up a sword and starts heading up to the Tower of Joy, where you can hear Lyanna Stark screaming, most likely giving birth to Jon Snow, but we don't know. Bran, in his weird vision quest thing in the past, yells out to his father. Young Eddard seems to pause, turn around, looking for the noise. So we don't know what that is. Can Bran really affect the past? We'll find out. And Bran's brother shows back up. Rickon and Asha given as gifts to Ramsay Bolton. And so we'll see what happens with them. Probably nothing good. Yeah, so Daenerys is now property of the widows in the Vast Dothrak. So we'll see if she can get out of there. She's got to summon Drogon and dragon up those motherfuckers and get out of there somehow. And last but not least, yes, Jon Snow is alive. He does his Lord Commander duties, executes the traitors, then takes off the Lord Commander cloak, and says, "Peace, bitches." He says his watch is done. He has died. Technically, it's a nice loophole, but he does get out of the Night's Watch free and clear that way. I hope the fuck that he's marching on Winterfell, and we're going to see a Jon Snow, Ramsay Bolton showdown. And whatever, maybe he has some magical dead guy powers now too, I don't know. But we got Jon Snow and Longclaw, along with Ghost, marching somewheres outside of the walls of Castle Black. Let's hope he's going to meet the flayed men and fucking fillet those assholes.
Then put a bullet in his skull and fuck the brain hole.
I don't want to see that or think of it again.
I guess Jon Snow could do that too if he somehow got a sweet gun in the middle of Westeros. So that would be fun. To fuck Ramsay Bolton's brain hole. Alright. So that's another one in the can. It was fun, folks. As always, thanks for listening. Please be sure to follow the show on the social medias. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I shall see you guys next week. Until then, be well. Do what makes you happy. And stay alive. Peace.
I don't give a fuck! Outlaw country! Woo!
This has been a production of the Big Ass Digital Podcast Network.
Well, I'm drunk as a skunk and I don't give a fuck. I like to drink and I like to unwind, like to drink. can bite. All my girlfriends keep walking out on me, 'cause every time I take them out it's to the ABC. I ain't never held a job for more than a month. I don't call in sick, I call in drunk. There's nothing like drinking a beer while you're pissing. If you've never been drunk, you don't know what you're missing. I like gagging and heaving and throwing up. I'm drunk as a skunk and I don't give a fuck. I don't care what I say or do when I've had a few beers and a shot or two. I'm about tore up from the floor up. I'm drunk as a skunk and I don't give a fuck. I like slurring my words when I talk. I like it when people have to help me walk. I like to get drunk and I like to get loud. Look here, motherfucker, I'm drunk and I'm proud. I like to get drunk and embarrass myself. I like to get drunk and be obnoxious as hell. I like being drunk in public and getting locked up. I'm drunk as a skunk and I don't give a fuck. I don't care what I say or do when I've had a few beers and a shot or two. I'm about tore up from the floor up. I'm drunk as a skunk and I don't give a fuck. Drunk. Well, I woke up this morning and I drank all day. I got a drinking problem and I like it that way. I'm so damn drunk that I can't see. I'm just about fucked up as fucked up can be. My doctor tells me I need to quit. I got a liver like a river, but I don't give a shit. It'll kill me one day, but I don't give a fuck. 'Cause the day I die, I'm gonna be happy and drunk. I don't care what I say or do when I've had a few beers and a shot or two. I'm about tore up from the floor up. I'm drunk as a skunk and I don't give a fuck. I don't care what I say or do when I've had a few beers and a shot or two. I'm about tore up from the floor up. I'm drunk as a skunk and I don't give a fuck.